Guatemala is a place where volcanoes spit fire, entire towns vanish into lake craters, and ancient Mayan cities lie buried beneath the jungle, waiting to be discovered. Here, people race giant kites to communicate with the dead, and colorful chicken buses speed through the streets like real-life Fast and Furious scenes. This is the country where chocolate was invented. The world's hottest volcanic sauna can steam cook your body, and the breathtaking Lake Atitlán was once believed to be a portal to the underworld. Guatemala's markets are so intense that they make New York's Times Square look peaceful, while its cloud forests hide mystical quetzal birds, so rare that spotting one is like winning the lottery. And if you think that's wild, wait until you see a volcano erupt while roasting marshmallows on its lava flows. Yes, that's a real thing you can do here. From ancient Mayan ruins where jaguars once roamed to black sand beaches formed by volcanic ash, this country is a paradise of extremes. Whether you're an adventure junkie, a digital nomad, or just looking for a crazy new place to explore, Guatemala is Central America's best-kept secret, but not for long. Ready to dive into this wild adventure? Let's go. Guatemala is a country where nature dominates. A place of towering volcanoes, lush jungles, deep crater lakes, and untouched coastlines. Nestled in Central America, it shares borders with Mexico to the north and west, Belize to the northeast, and Honduras and El Salvador to the southeast, making it a prime gateway for travelers exploring the region. Unlike its tropical neighbors, Guatemala's geography is incredibly diverse, offering everything from cool highlands to steamy rainforests and black volcanic beaches. The country is often called the Land of Eternal Spring, thanks to its mild climate in the Central Highlands, where temperatures hover around 20 to 25 degrees Celsius year-round. However, don't be fooled. This is also a land of extremes, where you can go from scorching Pacific beaches to freezing mountain peaks in just a few hours. One of Guatemala's most striking features is its volcanoes, all 37 of them, with 3 currently active, Pacaya, Fuego, and Santiaguito, regularly putting on spectacular fire and lava shows. In fact, Volcán de Fuego is one of the most active volcanoes in the world, erupting almost daily, while Pacaya is famous for its lava rivers, where tourists roast marshmallows on the glowing molten rock. Not far from these fiery giants, you'll find Lake Atitlán, an ancient crater lake formed by a massive volcanic eruption over 84,000 years ago. Some locals even believe it's a portal to the underworld. Surrounding the lake are 3 towering volcanoes, San Pedro, Tolomon, and Atitlán, making this one of the most jaw-droppingly beautiful places on Earth. To the north, the landscape transforms into dense tropical jungle, where howler monkeys swing through the trees and Mayan pyramids rise above the canopy. The most famous of these is Tikal, one of the largest and most powerful cities of the ancient Mayan world, hidden deep in the Piton rainforest. Scientists believe that over 90% of the ruins in this region are still undiscovered, buried beneath thick vegetation, making Guatemala a real-life Indiana Jones adventure waiting to happen. Another natural wonder is Semuc Champe, a series of limestone pools filled with turquoise blue water, hidden in the jungle like a secret paradise. Guatemala's coastline offers 2 completely different experiences. On the Pacific side, you'll find black sand beaches and world-class surf spots, while the Caribbean side is home to turquoise waters, coral reefs, and laid-back Garifuna villages. The Rio Dulce area, often called the Caribbean jungle, is an entirely different world, where rivers wind through lush mangroves, leading to hidden waterfalls and the Caribbean Sea. The country's incredible landscapes also include the Sierra de los Cuchumatanes, the highest non-volcanic mountain range in Central America, reaching over 3,000 meters in elevation. With so much variety, Guatemala is a paradise for adventure seekers, offering hiking, diving, volcano climbing, and exploring ancient ruins, all in one country. Guatemala is home to approximately 17 million people, making it the most populous country in Central America. What makes Guatemala truly unique is its incredible ethnic diversity, with nearly 50% of the population being indigenous, primarily of Mayan descent. The country recognizes 20 different Mayan languages, alongside Spanish, which is the official language but often spoken with a distinct regional accent. In the highland villages, some indigenous communities still don't speak Spanish fluently, preserving their ancient traditions and way of life. One of the most striking aspects of Guatemalan culture is its traditional clothing. Women wear vibrant hand-woven huipiles, blouses, and cortes, skirts, often embroidered with complex symbols representing their heritage and hometown. Guatemalans are known for their warm hospitality, but also their strong sense of community and family values. It's common for multiple generations to live under the same roof, and family gatherings often involve huge meals, storytelling, and music. Religion plays a significant role in daily life, with Roman Catholicism and evangelical Christianity being the most widely practiced. Though many indigenous communities still blend their Mayan spiritual beliefs with Christian traditions. One of the most spectacular cultural events in Guatemala is the giant kite festival in Zumpango and Santiago Zacatepeques, held every November El Seye, 1st of November. Locals create massive, intricately designed kites, some reaching 10 meters in diameter, and fly them to honor their deceased loved ones in a breathtaking spectacle. Guatemala's music and dance are deeply rooted in Mayan, African, and Spanish influences. The country is famous for the marimba, a wooden percussion instrument that creates hypnotic, rhythmic melodies and is considered Guatemala's national instrument. Festivals and street parades are filled with masked dancers, such as the famous Baile de la Conquista, which reenacts the Spanish conquest through dramatic costumes and storytelling. Meanwhile, in the Caribbean region, particularly in Livingston, the Garifuna people have created a unique musical style called punta, a high-energy dance music with Afro-Caribbean rhythms. Street markets in Guatemala are a sensory overload, filled with the scent of fresh tortillas, the colors of hand-woven textiles, and the sounds of local merchants shouting deals. The most famous of these is the Chichicastenango market, the largest indigenous market in Central America, where locals sell Mayan masks, hand-carved wooden figurines, and intricate beaded jewelry. Guatemalans also love to celebrate with fireworks, and it's common to hear loud explosions at any time of the year, especially during birthdays, religious festivals, and national holidays. Despite the challenges the country faces, Guatemalans are resilient, proud of their heritage, and deeply connected to their land and history. Whether it's through colorful traditions, ancient rituals, or modern city life, Guatemala's culture is a vibrant, ever-evolving blend of past and present. Guatemalan women play a central role in the country's rich cultural traditions, balancing family life, work, and deeply rooted customs. In indigenous communities, women still wear traditional Mayan huipiles, hand-woven blouses, and cortes, colorful wrap skirts, each embroidered with unique patterns that represent their hometown and heritage. Many of these designs have been passed down for generations, making every piece a living work of art. While Guatemala remains a conservative society, especially in rural areas, women are increasingly pursuing higher education and professional careers, particularly in cities like Guatemala City and Antigua. That being said, traditional gender roles are still strong, with family being the most important social unit. It's common for multiple generations to live under one roof. Guatemalan women are known for their warm, friendly, and hospitable nature, with a strong emphasis on community and respect for elders. In social settings, men are expected to be chivalrous and polite, with old-school traditions like offering a seat, opening doors, and showing courtesy still widely practiced. Romantic relationships in Guatemala tend to develop slowly, as many women value long-term commitment and family stability over casual dating. Guatemala also has a thriving arts and activism scene, with women leading movements for indigenous rights, gender equality, and environmental conservation. Some of the most famous female figures in Guatemalan history include Rigoberta Menchú, an indigenous rights activist and Nobel Peace Prize winner whose work has brought global attention to Mayan communities' struggles. While challenges remain in areas like women's rights and economic opportunities, Guatemalan women continue to shape the country's social and cultural evolution, blending tradition with modern aspirations. Guatemala is one of the most budget-friendly countries in Central America, offering a high quality of life for a fraction of what you'd pay in the US or Europe. Whether you're a backpacker, digital nomad, retiree, or entrepreneur, there's a lifestyle to fit every budget. Rent in expat-friendly areas like Antigua, Lake Atitlán, and Guatemala City, zones 10 and 15, varies widely, but a comfortable one-bedroom apartment in a safe area can cost anywhere from $300 to $1,000 per month. Utilities, including electricity, water, and high-speed internet, are relatively cheap, costing around $50 to $150 per month, depending on location and usage. Food is another area where you can save big. Shopping at local markets can cut grocery expenses by more than 50% compared to shopping at international supermarkets. A meal at a local restaurant costs as little as $5, while mid-range restaurants typically charge $20 to $35 per meal. If you prefer cooking at home, fresh fruits, vegetables, and meats from the market can keep your grocery bill under $250 per month. Transportation is also affordable, with chicken buses, colorful repurposed school buses, costing less than $1 per ride, though many expats opt for Uber or private drivers in Guatemala City due to safety concerns. Healthcare in Guatemala is a mix of public and private options, with high-quality private clinics in major cities offering affordable services. Basic doctor visits cost $20 to $50, while comprehensive health insurance plans range from $100 to $400 per month. Those on a tight budget can live comfortably in Guatemala for $1,500 per month, while a mid-range expat lifestyle costs around $2,500 to $3,500 per month, including occasional dining out and travel. If you're looking for luxury living, you can rent a high-end villa, hire house staff, and enjoy fine dining for around $5,000 per month. Overall, Guatemala provides a fantastic balance between affordability and quality of life, making it a dream destination for expats looking for adventure without breaking the bank. Guatemala City, the capital and largest city, is the country's economic and cultural hub, offering a mix of modern skyscrapers, colonial architecture, and bustling markets. While the city has a reputation for crime in certain areas, expats who stick to Zones 10, 14, and 15 enjoy a safe and upscale urban lifestyle. Zone 10, also known as Zona Viva, is home to luxury condos, five-star hotels, international restaurants, and high-end shopping malls, making it a favorite for wealthy locals and foreign professionals. Zone 14 is a quieter residential district with tree-lined streets, elegant homes, and top-tier private schools, making it ideal for expat families. Zone 15, Vista Hermosa, is an exclusive area with beautiful green spaces, modern apartments, and some of the city's best hospitals, ensuring a high quality of life. Guatemala City also has the best healthcare in the country, with private hospitals like Hospital Herrera Larandi and Centro Medico offering international quality medical services at a fraction of U.S. prices. While public transportation is unreliable, many expats rely on Uber or private drivers to get around safely. The city's nightlife is vibrant, with trendy rooftop bars, live music venues, and fine dining spots catering to a mix of locals, diplomats, and international business people. However, Guatemala City is not a typical expat retirement spot. It's better suited for professionals, business owners, or digital nomads who need a well-connected urban base. Antigua, a colonial gem for expats and digital nomads. Antigua is Guatemala's most picturesque and expat-friendly city, known for its cobblestone streets, pastel-colored buildings, and volcano views. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a popular hub for digital nomads, retirees, and travelers who want a mix of modern comforts and historic charm. Unlike Guatemala City, Antigua is walkable, safe, and full of cafes, co-working spaces, and boutique hotels, making it an ideal base for remote workers. Many expats live in restored colonial homes with lush courtyards, surrounded by Spanish-style fountains and vibrant gardens. Despite its small-town feel, Antigua offers a sophisticated lifestyle, with international restaurants, yoga studios, organic food markets, and a thriving expat community. Living costs are higher than in other parts of Guatemala, but many foreigners still find it affordable compared to Western cities. The surrounding volcanoes, like Acatenango and Pacaya, offer world-class hiking, and the city is famous for its Semana Santa, Holy Week celebrations, featuring elaborate processions and colorful sawdust carpets. The only downside is that Antigua can feel touristy and somewhat expat bubble-like. But for those seeking a beautiful, laid-back lifestyle, it's the perfect place to settle. Lake Atitlán, a tranquil escape for nature lovers and free spirits. Lake Atitlán, often called the most beautiful lake in the world, is a volcanic crater lake surrounded by three towering volcanoes, San Pedro, Tolomon, and Atitlán. This area has become a spiritual and alternative expat haven, attracting a mix of yoga instructors, artists, digital nomads, and retirees looking for a slower pace of life. The lake is dotted with several small villages, each with its own distinct vibe. Panajachel, Pana, is the most developed town, offering banks, supermarkets, and a lively nightlife scene, making it the best option for expats who still want some modern conveniences. San Pedro La Laguna is a favorite for budget travelers and backpackers, known for its laid-back atmosphere, Spanish schools, and affordable lakeside rentals. San Marcos La Laguna is Guatemala's hippie capital, famous for its meditation retreats, holistic healing centers, and spiritual communities. Life at Lake Atitlán is incredibly cheap. You can rent a lakefront house for as little as $400 to $800 USD per month, while fresh produce from local markets costs a fraction of what you'd pay in the US or Europe. The only challenge is transportation, as most villages are only accessible by boat taxis that cross the lake every few hours. Internet speeds can be unreliable, making it less ideal for remote workers who need high-speed connectivity. However, if you're looking for peace, breathtaking views, and a close-knit expat community, Lake Atitlán is a magical place to call home. Guatemalan cuisine is a rich blend of indigenous Mayan traditions and Spanish colonial influences, resulting in dishes that are both hearty and full of history. One of the most famous dishes is pepián, a thick, flavorful stew made with chicken, beef, or pork, simmered in a sauce of tomatoes, chilies, and pumpkin seeds, often served with rice and handmade corn tortillas. Another must-try meal is cacique, a traditional Mayan turkey soup flavored with coriander, achiote, and spicy chilies dating back centuries. Guatemala is also known for its tamales, which come in countless varieties from chuchitos, small, firm tamales wrapped in corn husks, to tamales negros, sweet tamales with chocolate and raisins. Street food culture is thriving, with vendors selling pupusas, stuffed corn tortillas, tostadas topped with avocado and refried beans, and relenitos, fried plantains filled with sweetened black beans. If you have a sweet tooth, don't miss Guatemalan desserts like buñuelos, fried dough balls drizzled with syrup, and dulce de leche-filled relenitos. And of course, no visit to Guatemala is complete without trying its world-famous coffee, grown in the high-altitude volcanic regions, producing some of the richest and smoothest beans in the world. Guatemala has one of the easiest visa policies in Central America, making it a popular choice for expats looking for affordable and hassle-free living. Most visitors from the US, Canada, the EU, and many other countries receive a Noventa 90-day tourist visa on arrival, which can be extended once for another Noventa 90 days. Many expats take advantage of the border run trick, where they leave the country, often to Mexico or Belize, for a few days and re-enter to reset their visa. For those wanting a long-term stay, Guatemala offers several residency options, including a retirement visa, requiring proof of a monthly income of either 1,000 USD, and an investor visa, which allows residency through business investment or property ownership. While obtaining a work visa is possible, the process is bureaucratic, so many expats work remotely, open small businesses, or live off passive income instead. With low living costs, relaxed visa rules, and stunning scenery, Guatemala is becoming a hidden gem for expats seeking an adventurous, affordable lifestyle. Guatemala has one of the largest economies in Central America, yet it remains a country of stark contrasts, where economic growth coexists with high poverty and inequality rates. Agriculture is the backbone of the economy, with Guatemala being a major exporter of coffee, bananas, sugar, and cardamom. In fact, it is the world's top producer of cardamom, a spice that is in high demand globally. The country also has a strong manufacturing sector, producing textiles, processed foods, and pharmaceuticals, while the tourism industry is rapidly growing due to its Mayan ruins, volcanoes, and colonial cities. However, Guatemala faces significant economic disparity, with a small, wealthy elite controlling much of the country's resources, while nearly 60% of the population lives in poverty, particularly in rural indigenous communities. Politically, Guatemala has experienced a turbulent history, including a 36-year civil war, 1960-1996, that left a lasting impact on the nation. Since then, democracy has been fragile but functional, with elections held 4 years, though corruption and political scandals remain common. The country has struggled with issues like government mismanagement, drug trafficking, and weak law enforcement, making it a challenging place for business and governance. However, in recent years, Guatemala has made efforts to attract foreign investment, particularly through special economic zones and tax incentives for companies looking to set up operations. The remittance economy is also a major factor. Millions of Guatemalans living abroad, particularly in the United States, send back billions of dollars annually, supporting families and boosting local economies. Despite its challenges, Guatemala is still considered a land of opportunity, with low business costs, a young workforce, and a growing middle class driving economic progress. For expats and investors, the country offers affordable real estate, thriving tourism potential, and untapped business opportunities, though navigating its bureaucracy and infrastructure limitations requires patience and local connections. If you're looking for affordable living, stunning nature, and a vibrant culture, Guatemala is a great expat destination. While it's not perfect, it offers one of the best balances between cost and quality of life in Latin America. Would you live in Guatemala? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to Andy Explores the World for more epic travel documentaries.